Right then, King D back with another one. This is 10 things you need to know before you go on that first date. Now, I've been on hundreds of first dates. Not last year, but the year before. I must have gone on I think it was about 30 in the space of 6 months. And I was so bad that I'd sit there in my car and have a look on my phone just to remember a name before I went on the date. Now, I don't advise doing that because you just lose all connection. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I was just getting greedy. And I will say I didn't sleep with them all either, before you're wondering. So let's get on with it then, shall we?
Number one.
First things first, who's paying? Well, if you asked her out, then you're paying. And you should be asking her out because you should be leading as a man. But if she happens to ask you out, well, it's 2023. Get your purse out then, duck. Equality and all that.
Number two.
Just go for a couple of drinks, will you? Or a cup of coffee or two. Do not be splashing out on some bird that could end up being an absolute nightmare. Going back to all the lasses I dated, I can count on one hand how many I actually liked. There's not many whose company I actually enjoyed, who I actually wanted to see again. Now, I always used to go for a meal because I like my grub. But that can be a bit of a commitment when she's a pain in the fucking arse. You're sat there chewing away at your steak and she's just there chatting absolute dog shit. At least if it is just for a drink, then you can quickly fuck off, can't you now? Sup up and fuck off. Sorry, Doug. Tight schedule. But have a good one, yeah? Now, if she insists on something fancy, you can tell her. Basically, you got two choices, Doug. You can either bollocks, or you can earn it. And if she doesn't like the sound of that, then bin her off, because she sounds like high maintenance.
Number three.
Awkward silences are your best friend. Now, why is that, you might be wondering?
Isn't this something you should be dreading?
Not at all. Silence is a perfect opportunity to show how fucking cool you are, and a great way to build attraction. Don't be desperate to try and fill in that time just trying to entertain her or something, like she's some sort of prize. Her shit stinks just like the rest of us. So calm your tits and embrace it. I mean it. And when you do, you turn it on her. So if you find yourself in an awkward silence, just look at her in the eye, sit back, and smile. Now you're turning it on her. Now she's got to do some graft. How about that now, eh? She's going to be thinking,
Wow, he's confident. Now I've got to fill this silence up. What am I going to say?
and just like that, you've turned the tables on her. Simple as that.
Number four.
Now, if you pulled her on a dating app and she's a 9 in her pictures, well, she's a 6 in real life. Don't get your hopes up. Seriously, I can count on one hand the amount of women that was actually looked as good as their actual pictures. There's a couple of funny story times in there as well, but you're going to have to wait for them.
Number five.
Getting her to turn up on the date is like 95% of the battle. You've practically won already. Now it's up to you not to fuck it up.
Number six.
And you cannot fuck it up by not being a performing fucking monkey. Now, if you're trying too hard and you're trying to impress her like some sort of jester, that kind of rhymed, isn't it? I can promise you now that vagina is drying up by the second. Calm your tits.
Number seven.
Passing her tests. Now, women are going to test you. Whether it's subconscious or intentional, subtle or blatant, it's going to happen. Now, I will go into more depth with this in another video because there's a lot of tests. But in a nutshell, basically, if you show her that she can take the piss out of you and walk all over you, well, you've lost her. Women are masters at figuring you out, and it's basic biology. Now, think about this for a second. I mean, they're much smaller and weaker than us men, so they need something to sort of counterbalance this sort of thing. And it's social intelligence, which they have an abundance of. and we have very little of. Now, there's so many tests women have in their arsenal, and we will cover them soon, and you shouldn't dread them either, and I'll tell you why. It's a sign she's interested. She just needs to know that you can handle her. Now, I'll give you one example. Say a woman says to me,
Your ears are quite big, aren't they?
now I'd say something like, yep, my mum used to stick me on the roof to see which way the wind was blowing. Now, that was quite a common test with women, and I don't mean specifically going for the ears, although they're a little bit big. See, a woman wants to pick at you a little bit because she wants to see what's going to happen. She wants to see how you're going to react and if you're going to come undone. Now, if I responded like, what do you mean? What do you mean they're big? Instantly, I'm going to look like a little bitch that's going to come undone with the first slightest comment. And she's looking for a man, not a bitch, not a little bitch. Now, going back to my first example with how you should be responding, as you can see, I was going along with it. And what I was doing there, I was kind of amplifying it as well. It's like, come on, then bring it on, and I'll give you some more. I'm like, not gonna phase me, Doc. You're not gonna phase me, Doc. I'm showing her that I'm not insecure and I can take a joke. Banter. That's what it's all about.
Number 8.
Make eye contact. If you can't even look at her, then you really are telling her again that you are a little bitch.
Number 9.
Don't tell her your fucking life story. She needs some mystery from you. If you've told her everything there is to know about you in the first fucking meeting, then you're done. So if she's asking a lot of questions, throw in the odd joke. Throw her off the fucking scent. Make it a challenge.
What do you do for work?
I'm a secret agent, Duck. But don't tell everybody. And be vague when you can as well. Let her find these things out naturally. And make her work for it as well. The more she invests in you, the more she's going to be invested. And the more you become an investment.
Number 10.
Last but not least, there are a lot more, but I like 10 as a number, and there's going to be a lot of editing already in this video. You want to separate yourself from the men she's friend zoned, so touch her. Now, I'm not saying grab her, and read the signs, come on, man. You know, tap her every now and then, you know, whatever. Give her a little nudge when you're walking by with her. Be playful, yeah? And maybe just hold her hand a bit, or, you know, just touch your hand. Things like that. Only simple little things. It just breaks that boundary. And if you broke that boundary, you could start touching a little bit more. And especially if she give you the sign like, yeah, that was all right. Yeah, oh, touch my arm there. Oh, yeah, that's fine. There you go. Well, touch it there as well then, shall I? No, don't start getting creepy though. I hope you get the idea there. Now, don't forget to like and comment. Comment if you've got some first date stories. Let's hear some things that maybe worked or things that didn't work, and then we can all get an idea of what to do and what not to do. And like I said, there will be plenty more first date tips and dates to follow. I'm done now. It's been a long day. So subscribe, and then you get to hear the rest another time. And be the best you. And do it for you. Cheers.